What carry on today? Anthony Taylor and your head in shame. What's going on, everybody? It's JB here, and I'm all right. I'm fine, and I'm okay myself. I'm just nipping on to make a quick video because I think it needs to be said. It's been highlighted enough on TV tonight about the shoddy performance of Mr. Anthony Taylor in the Burnley Southampton game tonight. We drew 1-1 today. Forget the fact that he gave us a penalty at the end for handball. That was after the damage he causes in the first half was done, and I think it's unforgivable what he did in the first half. Let me take you back. We were playing, I think it was 33, 34 minutes into the game, and the ball gets knocked forward down the right-hand side by Barnes. Now, if you've listened to the commentary, you'll understand what I'm talking about here earlier today, because I did the commentary live on YouTube. So the Barnsley hits the ball down the right. Barnes is through. He's clean through. Out comes goalkeeper Alex McCarthy, and he absolutely clean to him, wipes him right out. And my first reaction, and this is when I'm commentating, and I'm looking at this from 23 different camera angles, so I'm probably in a better position than anybody else to judge it. Anthony Taylor, with all due respect, has got one shot at it, but I think he's in a fantastic position. He's got a clear view of it. The linesman on the near side's got a clear view of it. Now, why can't they, between them, the near side linesman and referee Anthony Taylor, not spot what is a blatant, obvious, bloody penalty? It absolutely baffles me. It really does. It boggles my mind. I just cannot believe for the life of me that the officials would make such a mess of it. I just find it odd. And I thought we'd play. Do you know what? I'll go as far as to say it's one of the worst refereeing decisions I have ever seen in any form of football in 30 years of watching the sport, man and boy. And I've seen some bad refereeing decisions, not all necessarily against Burnley, I might add. There have been some that have been given harshly against other teams and things like that haven't involved Burnley. But today, I'm flabbergasted. And he'll still have his job the next day, Anthony Taylor. The Professional Game Matches Officials Limited will let him off the hook. I'd like to have seen him come out in an interview and apologise for that mistake, because it was one of the most, I've got to be honest, it was the most obvious penalty decision you could give, and he didn't give it. And it's like, I find that truly and utterly annoying. How can you not fucking see a penalty, a clear penalty like that? I mean, it makes the decision by John Moss to give a penalty to Manchester United on Jesse Lingard. That actually makes that decision look great, to be fair. And I was knocking John Moss and saying that Jesse Lingard was a disgrace to football. I may have to take that back, considering what I've seen from Anthony Taylor today. Okay, we got a penalty near the end, but it's 4th minute of stoppage time when we still can't bloody win the game. So the damage has been done before that, right? Okay, I said in commentary justice was done. We did get the penalty, but in the back of my mind, I didn't feel justice was done enough. That I thought we were worthy of 3 points today. To be fair, we had chances. Barnes hit the goalkeeper when one-on-one with him in the second half. Then he had a volley that smashed off the bar and over. So it's not as if we didn't have chances, because we did. So we can't just make assumptions on that one decision would have changed the game. Although I have to say it was a penalty, and the frustration is Anthony Taylor is supposed to be one of our best referees. If he's one of the best referees on that performance alone today, then I'm afraid he's sadly mistaken. He's bigging himself up too much, because that is not what I expect from a top quality referee. I don't know whether he's on the FIFA list or not. If he is on the FIFA approved list, then maybe FIFA need to have a look at the way he takes this job seriously or not. There have been some, but I've seen some calamity refereeing in the last sort of 12 to 18 months, but that has got to be up there with one of the worst ever refereeing decisions I have ever seen. I just can't believe it. And you know what? To book I've got it also on good authority as well. To book Barnes for diving was a disgrace. Okay, he shouldn't have probably swore at the linesman, but you can understand Barnes' frustration. He's a feisty character. He's one of those players that plays on the edge. He's one of those players that will always give you 100%. And he's passionate. He's got fire in his belly, and you can't knock him for that. But when the referee and linesman makes such a basic mistake as that, I can understand why Barnes blew out a handle at them, because it was such an obvious penalty. Even an 82-year-old granny with fading eyesight could have seen that was a penalty. With all due respect, it just boggles the mind. I cannot believe it. I mean, my Auntie Margaret would have given a penalty, and she's in her 80s. He's just, I don't know. One thing's for sure: if this was another profession, say if we'd have made a mistake similar to this, an equivalent of mistake as in a factory, the person that makes that mistake is hauled up in front of the manager in HR, and more likely given his P45 and his cards. Whereas Anthony Taylor will still have a job to go back to on Monday morning as a referee, because the POGO, or whatever they call themselves, the professional PMGOL, they're the people that run the referees, they won't sack him, they'll just back him up. And another thing, why did he not come out to face the media, Anthony Taylor, and explain why he made such a piss poor decision in that, not to give that penalty? And that's another thing that I think referees get too much wrapped up with, cotton wool by the football authorities, right? If they don't want to take the abuse or take the criticism, don't become a referee. Simples. And I'm afraid Anthony Taylor, he's made a rod for his own back today. Forget the fact that he gave us one right at the end, because, okay, we got us a point, but we, on balance of play and the way the game went, we should have had all three today. And if we'd have got given that penalty in the first half, there's no way Southampton would have scored today. No way in the world. And that is a massive, massive frustration. And I think this is what should happen to Anthony Taylor. First of all, I think he should come on television or radio and apologise to Burnley for that mistake. Secondly, I think all Premier League referees should be made, like the managers and the players do. They've got to fulfil media commitments. Why can't the referees? It's simple. They get too much wrapped up in cotton wool. If you make a bad mistake, they get wrapped up in cotton wool. They don't get reprimanded. They don't get fired. They don't get this. They don't get that. And I think that's wrong. In any other profession, if you make a simple mistake like that, you're going to get marched up in front of the boss. You're going to get disciplinary action against you, and ultimately you'll probably get fired for gross misconduct. And today, that was a decision of gross misconduct for me. And in my opinion, and I'm going to end with this, Anthony Taylor, you got away with blue murder today. You should have actually come out and said sorry. You didn't say sorry. And for that reason, because of your mistake, you cost us 2 fucking points today. And I think with that decision, it's one of the worst decisions I have ever seen from a referee. And I think you ought to be sacked, because that is a sackable offence. If I did that in an office, if I made a gross mistake in an office and swore and said something bad in an office, I would be marched up in front of my manager. It's a fucking shambles when a referee can't even do his job properly. It really, really pisses me off. That's all I've got to say. Do you agree? Should Anthony Taylor never referee again? Or does he get the benefit of the doubt? I'm sure Southampton fans will probably agree with the latter, because even there, some of them will say, "Oh well, he's died, hasn't he?" But I mean, the vast majority of people will say it was a penalty. Even Alan Shearer, Andy Gray says that. It's one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. But I actually think Anthony Taylor should be sacked. Right, that's all I've got to say. I'm a little bit moody, but I'm off to sleep now. Let me know what you think respectfully in the comments below. Not try and call me a twat like somebody did on the last rant I did about Jesse Lingard. But also, I'm going to do a special video for people like him, just to tell you how biased I really am, or how unbiased I can be. If he took the time to look through my videos without commenting like that, I think he would actually think differently. But that's another video. That's for another video. That's for another time. Till then, from me, JB, have a fantastic rest of your Saturday. Enjoy tomorrow. I'm going to be out off YouTube for quite a while tomorrow because I'm going to be elsewhere doing stuff. So, but as I said, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want notifications of future videos, you can get you'll get them first. You'll get notified whenever a new video comes up as well. So hit that bell button if you wouldn't mind, please. But it's a very disappointing day. Burnley have been denied 2 points by an iffy referee who, in my opinion, should never be allowed or permitted to referee a football match ever again. From me, JB, take care. I'll see you later.